My name is Mara, and welcome to Books Like Woe. So, I decided to go ahead and film a little book haul for y'all today because I got home while I still have some natural light. I thought that I would go ahead and film a little book haul for you, and it's not a huge one, but you know, some fun titles in here, some things I'm excited about and excited to show you. So, I'm gonna go by genre today, and we'll start with mystery and then work our way to classics, I think. Okay, so first is In the Hall with the Knife by Diana Peterfreund, and this is an adaptation of Clue as a YA trilogy. So, I've already read this one, and I wouldn't say that this was amazing, but I thought that this was really cute and a really fun adaptation of the classic Clue board game. I think in the UK that board game is called Cluedo. Here in the US we just call it Clue. I love that movie, and you guys know I am a total sucker for isolated closed circle mysteries, which this one is. So I think I gave this 3.5 stars. It was charming, and I will continue in the series because this is so in my wheelhouse. Not amazing, but it met my expectations. Then we have 2 J.D. Robb books, and this actually brings me up to all of the current releases. So I decided to go ahead and grab the hardbacks while I could because I had gotten a few of the more recent ones in hardback from Barnes & Noble during their Labor Day sale, and I found that I enjoyed having them. So now I don't have to worry about getting them out from the library. And so yeah, this is number 48, this is 49, Connections in Death and Vendetta in Death. I am so close to being caught up with the series. It has been a journey, one that I've enjoyed, but it's been a long time coming. And then I'm gonna chalk up the fact that I got this to the fact that I was a little tipsy and did a little bit of tipsy online ordering. This is a mystery called Theme Music, and I'm gonna be totally honest, I remember putting this in my wish list, but I don't really remember what this is about. I think that this is about like somebody who, when they were a kid, they were in like this old spooky house and somebody was killed and they're trying to go back and remember. Let's see here. 25 years later, Dixie is still desperate for a connection to the family she can't remember, so when her childhood home goes up for sale, she sets aside all reason and moves in, but as the ghosts of her family seemingly begin to take up residence in the house that was once theirs, Dixie starts to question her own sanity and wonders if the evil force menacing her is that of her father or a demon of her own making. So yeah, I think this is like going back to figure out a childhood mystery thing. Again, not totally sure why I went ahead and got this, but that's just what tipsy me wanted to do apparently. Okay, moving swiftly on, let's go to sci-fi and fantasy. So first, I have AKATA Warrior by Nnedi Okorafor, and this is the sequel to AKATA Witch, which I read last year and very much enjoyed. It's a middle grade kind of boarding school magic fantasy type book. This one is set in Nigeria, and like I said, I very much enjoyed the first one, so it occurred to me I should probably just go grab the second one so that when I'm ready to read it, it will be there waiting for me. Then, along with the rest of the internet, I got Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo as a pre-order, and I got this because this genuinely appealed to me, not just because it's Leigh Bardugo and has been super hyped, but this is an adult, fantastical mystery type thing, from what I can tell. In the Goodreads awards, this is listed under fantasy, so that's why I'm including it in this category. Apparently there are some fantastical elements, but there's a secret society at Yale, mystery, death, spookiness, all of this sounds like stuff I would like, so that's why I decided to go ahead and grab it. I'm not sure when I'm gonna get to read this. I'm hoping I can get to this before the end of the year, but we shall see. So anyway, like the rest of the internet, I have this. And then a couple of sci-fi picks that I picked up while I was at the used bookstore. So first I got Limited Wish by Mark Lawrence, which is the second in his young adult sci-fi series he's been doing for Amazon. I got the first one as a free book through Amazon Prime, so this is the second one, assuming that I'm gonna like this just because I like Mark Lawrence. And then I believe this is the third book in Becky Chambers' sci-fi series. I have the first one. I'm assuming I'm gonna like it because everybody likes it, and it was only $3.50, so I decided to go ahead and grab it at the used bookstore, assuming that's gonna be something that I enjoy. Both of these are sequels. I'm assuming I'm going to enjoy the first one enough to continue. Okay, so then moving into romance, not very much. First, I did go ahead and pick up Kissing Tolstoy by Penny Reid. This matches my Kissing Galileo that I'd already bought because I really do like this series. I think it's super cute. Penny Reid is an independent author who publishes her own stuff. So yeah, I like to support indie authors where I can. And then I also picked up a nonfiction book called Publishing Romance, The History of an Industry, 1940s to the Present by John Markert. Now, I quoted John Markert in my thesis based on and I thought I was getting this as like, oh yeah, I read this when I was doing that, and this will be a good, like, I want to pick this up as the reference. Like, I've already read it, but I just want a copy. But then based on the actual publication year of this, it makes me think that maybe I was quoting from articles he wrote or some, like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't think, like, maybe they republished this. I don't know. I can't, basically all that to say, I can't tell if I've actually read this yet or not. I've definitely read things from him on this topic, but I think that maybe I need to actually just go back and fully read this. So anyway, I always like to add to my library of books about romance and mystery. Like, those are the two kind of genre literary studies that I tend to like to pick up. So grabbed this guy. And then getting into my classic collections, I have two more Everyman's Library Pocket Poetry editions to my collection. So the first, Poems Bewitched and Haunted, went on sale, so I picked this up. It's a bunch of like Halloween spooky poetry things. And then also War Poems by Everyman's Library Pocket Poem Edition went on sale, I assume in alignment with Veterans Day. So I was also glad to add this to my collection in terms of these little pocket poetry editions. I also have to say, I love how the spines on these look. Like, they always have super cool and thematically appropriate spines if they're little collections. Like, you can see this one's all spooky. This one has like a little ration stamp thing on it. Anyway, I just think that's super cute. Then I picked up a beautiful edition of Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. This is the only Daphne du Maurier book that I have read, and while I liked it, I didn't love it the way I think a lot of people do, and I am almost completely sure that is because I watched the movie before I read the book, and the movie is one of Hitchcock's best, honestly. Like, I think that's one of his very best movies he did. So it's a fantastic movie, and the book is just different. Like, I think that if I'd read the book first, I probably could have still appreciated the movie. I don't know. I just think because I happened to have seen the movie first, I didn't enjoy this book as much. But Daphne du Maurier is an author who I would like to read more from, and I really like this edition, so I think I may pick up like Jamaica Inn or something like that in this edition as well at some point in the future. But anyway, I did want to have a copy of it because I do like the book. I just don't, like, this is a 4-star book to me, and I know for a lot of people it's a 5-star book. And then I did go ahead and pick up Barchester Towers by Anthony Trollope. If you watch this channel, you will know I already have The Warden, and this is the next in that series from Anthony Trollope. I am hoping that these are both books that I will read next year as a part of my Classics Challenge, because I've always kind of wanted to tackle this series from him. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and commit to, oh, I just realized it matches me pretty well. This is very thematically appropriate to my overall look today. But anyway, I've been told that you shouldn't stop with The Warden, that The Warden is almost like an extended prologue, and really this is the book in the series where things kind of get going. So I decided to go ahead and pick this up in this edition that I'm collecting that series in. And yeah, I'm hoping this will be a 2020 read. Hey, this is me about 45 minutes after I finished filming. Welcome to the joys of being on the easternmost part of a time zone, because it is now pitch black outside. So the lighting is terrible. I apologize for that. As soon as I finished filming, basically, 2 more books showed up. So I thought I would show you. First of all, Flamebringer by Elle Katharine White. This is the final book in her Heartstone trilogy. I have still not read the second book, even though I really wanted to, and I absolutely love the first one. It's one of my favorite fantasy romances. The premise of this series is Pride and Prejudice, but with dragons. The Darcy character is like a dragon warrior guy. The Lizzie character is an herb healer / ass kicker. It's fantastic. I cannot wait to read the second and the third one. I really meant to have read that second one before this came out, but c'est la vie, maybe I'll make that my December reading project. So I have that. And then the other thing that showed up was my YA Book of the Month Club pick. My code is below if you want to use that. I am an affiliate. But this month we got The Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White. This is going to be my first Kiersten White, and this is basically a YA fantasy reimagining the tale of King Arthur, but from Guinevere's point of view, if she was a changeling. So I think that'll be pretty interesting. So I'm excited to get to that. And those are the two books that came in right after I finished filming the main part of this video. Back to the studio. So there you go. Not my craziest haul, but a lot of really nice books that I'm excited about. Yeah, it's interesting because I think last year, towards the end of the year, I was just buying a lot, and I ended up going on a low buy, and, you know, after the low buy, I bought a lot. And right now, like, I say that, I mean, I've shown you like 15 books, but I've not been like as voraciously acquiring books as I was kind of at the end of last year, in the middle of this year. I'm sort of more in a little bit more mellow vibe with that. So anyway, whatever that says about my mood. I've not been in the mood to buy as much recently. But anyway, I'm rambling and a little loopy, probably from having my back be out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've gotten any books that you have really enjoyed recently. And yeah, I think that will do it. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, follow me on the social medias if you are so inclined. I have all that information listed in the description box below, and I think that that will do it. I hope you guys are having an absolutely lovely day, and I will just talk to you soon. Bye.